In case you didn't know, Tennocon 2022 is on July 16th, 2022. Obviously it's 2022, it's in the name. But with it in 1 week, because of course it's Saturday, I am recording this in advance, of course, hence the timer says this. But we'll actually be closer to nearly 7 days by the time I actually upload this. It's on next Saturday. What can we expect from Tennocon? Well, that's an easy one thanks to the lovely schedule down here at the bottom. And how it will kick off is probably the same as it did last year, around 12:30. Rebecca will introduce Tennocon and what is going to come for the rest of what is basically the afternoon. But this year, of course, it will be Megan as well as Rebecca that is actually doing that. Then we have sounds of the system that will go in depth into what the audio is, what it takes to do the audio, probably going into depth about, well, it's pre-recorded, so the audio of what is coming, the Duviri Paradox, and what was included in the new war, because there was a song there that I'll just play it in the background while we look at this. This is from last year's, obviously, it says so on the bottom right, but they are going into how they make some of the audio in the game. And they will go into a lot of detail, as you could probably have imagined at this point, into how a lot of the audio is actually made. So if you're into audio, that's worth having a good watch. Followed by the developer question and answers, hosted by Megan. And yeah, this is exactly what it sounds like. They will have a live developer questions and answers, so if you have questions, you can put it into the chat, and if they see it, they may actually respond to it. This will be at 2 PM ET. This is about the same time something else should be happening. I'm interested, especially since it is live, on seeing how this happens. Because despite mentioning it once, making a video about it, it's still not here. Anywhere to be found. Like anywhere whatsoever. We have woman issues, and there was Nidus, and yeah, now we're back into June, and still nothing. Yeah. I'm amazed they got away with this, because whoever it was that was supposed to post this didn't. But there it is, from July the 3rd. Garuda Prime access is ending. As I have mentioned before, this technically should end around 2 PM ET. They haven't given us any further information whatsoever about this, other than a link to actually go and buy it. All this means is the relics, well, sorry, the accessories will no longer be there. The relics will remain in game. Garuda will remain in game. Everything from that, apart from the accessories, will remain in game. It just means you can no longer buy Garuda Prime using real money. And this makes way for the next Prime, Cora Prime. But what I am expecting is during the developer question and answers, they are going to address the fact that the Prime access that usually ends about 2 PM ET has gone, and what will be replacing it. At least that was my first thought. And then it came to kind of a question of, well, the art of Warframe always kind of reveals a similar kind of thing. In this year, they are going to be going on about the Duviri Paradox, the new war and the Duviri Paradox, because they couldn't talk too much about the new war last year because it wasn't out yet. So now, same as the sounds of the system, a lot of this is going to be referring to the new war, and more importantly, the Duviri Paradox, because the Duviri Paradox is what we're all expecting this to basically end with. But during the Art of Warframe, they usually pretty much always constantly, but actually they didn't last year. Excuse me, I was wrong. They did in fact show Nidus Prime before his big reveal last year. There he is, right there, during the art stream between 3 and 4. Yep, in all of his Nidus Primey goodness. Before he was given a Prime Maggot and all the rest of it that came with him later on, they do in fact show the Primes, at least if nothing, just the concept of it, before the big reveal at Tenno Live that was kind of glitchy, but they did show him off during Tenno Live. Usually what they tend to show off is the Prime weaponry. This was the Prime frame. So this is why right here I keep saying Cora Prime is going to be what is announced and shown during Tennocon 2022, and it will probably be during the art stream between 3 and 4, as it is pretty much every year. They have done it every year where they have shown the new Prime, the next Prime. This Prime is currently late, by the way. That is what, well, technically very late. Let's be truthful about this one, shall we? Basically, they've delayed Cora by an entire Prime Access drop to have her as the Tennocon 2022 sneak peek reveal. And I was slightly wrong about the maggot. You can actually get this to put onto your landing craft, and it looks just like that. Which has me slightly thinking that maybe, just maybe, sometime between 2 and 3, or maybe even 2 and 4, they're going to release the new Prime, because the new Prime should come about 2 PM ET. They always do this about 2 PM ET. So I'd love to say during the developer question and answers, they're going to want to drop it there so they can have the Prime drop during it. But they're going to want to show it during the Art of Warframe special. Then obviously we get the community art and the cosplay stuff, and I mean, there is no being nice about this. Almost all of the artwork you will see on this will be absolutely amazing. It always pretty much is. I mean, just, this is what I mean by the cosplay stuff. That thing, I know that's not cosplay, but it could be used for cosplay. That is a real life size Verve Redeemer. Ending at 5 PM with Tenno Live, watch Sheldon. At Tenno Live, yeah, I noticed this. I kind of picked up on this before they'd even gone into mentioning it, because why else would you take your phone and turn it on to the side like that? Or suddenly get very engrossed with your thumbs. Yeah, that is, for the record, if you do not know, that is the kind of gaming position for a mobile phone. A mobile device, a tablet, whatever you're playing it on. And he kind of became fully engrossed in this before they even got into crossplay and everything else. But obviously this year, yes, they are still going to be hopefully mentioning more about crossplay and what is coming, and yeah, that's what I'm hoping this Tennocon build is, because I don't know about anybody else, I'm getting a little bit sick of waiting for this. They hyped it up completely last year, and then there's been pretty much a couple updates, and the last one I do believe was just before the Angels dropped. And it was just, and I kid you not, Steve said the chat is now working cross-platform. That is the text chat in-game. They've finally got that working cross-platform. Let's ignore that. Hopefully there will be more information about cross-save that they're now showing during Tenno Live, which starts at 5 PM ET on the 16th of July. And they will hopefully be addressing this. They hyped it all up. Well, it would be nice if they actually got in and, I don't know, mentioned more about what is going on here. Because they showed it working last year. There it is, working right there. You can literally see it working right there. And it was the Xbox account on the mobile. Okay, the bottom left would be the mobile device. I actually questioned that for a second there, whether I remembered that right or not. That's why I should always kind of look at these things. Anyway, but it's not this that everybody is kind of looking forward to during this. It is, of course, the Duviri Paradox, and everything Duviri Paradox related. What is the Duviri Paradox? Where's it going to take place? How are we going to get there? When is it going to drop? Who's going to be in it? Is there going to be a new frame? Are there new weapons? and everything else. How they are stretching this out to 2 hours, I'm not quite sure, but that's where I'm hoping they're going to have some amazing kind of reveals during this. But at the same time, we can't really sugarcoat the fact that Duviri Paradox is pretty much the only thing they've been hyping up, the only thing that they have been showing, and yeah. What comes after the Duviri Paradox for Warframe? Because at this point, they kind of don't have anything else. The Duviri Paradox was the last thing shown 3 years ago, and this is where everybody's getting into the whole Soulframe aspect of things. In case you didn't know, Soulframe is a game that has been trademarked by Digital Extreme, and everybody's assuming as to what it's going to be. If it's going to have anything to do with Warframe, they will be probably announcing it during Tennocon. But it's mainly the Duviri Paradox that everybody will be watching it for. Again, 5 PM ET. I was reading it's for 2 hours somewhere, but it's not here. Because it's supposed to end about 7 PM ET. Don't know where I read that. I could be wrong on how long that's actually on for. But 5 PM ET, Tenno Live. More importantly, if you want to get a hold of I went way past that, didn't I? A free Trinity Prime while watching Tenno Live, you need to link your Twitch account with your Warframe account, be logged into your Twitch account while watching it for 30 minutes from 5 PM ET, and there it is, 7 PM ET, so that's why I was saying it's 2 hours there, and you will get yourself a free Titania Prime. This has been fixed, okay, good. Obviously from 12:30 PM onwards up until 5 PM. After 5 PM you're going to have to wait until Barrow brings this, but there will be the new Warfan, we'll just put it that way, and a Sugatra that goes with it if you watch for 30 minutes from 12:30 PM ET, just anytime. We can guess as to what they're going to show and everything else, but until this event actually kicks off, we're not too sure. We can take a lot of guesses. Most of them will be right. Some of them will be wrong. Most of them could be completely wrong. But hey, it starts 12:30 PM ET, July 16th. Yeah, watch it, don't watch it. It's completely up to you. But Tenno Live, you're not going to want to miss that for everything Duviri Paradox related. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.